Welcome to Prime 9, the countdown show that covers the very best in baseball. Guaranteed to start arguments, not end them. This week, it's the 9 greatest rookie seasons of all time. Why 9? That's baseball. 9 players, 9 innings, Prime 9. Our ground rules for this episode are pretty basic. You had to have played in the modern baseball era, which we define as since 1901. Of course, you had to have had an outstanding rookie season in the major leagues.
A sensational rookie year by Mike Piazza.
Baseball Fundamentals 101. Pitching.
Got him swinging.
Hitting. Fielding.
Lynn going back, jumping, and he makes us the first catch.
Though as you'll see, there's one pretty obvious candidate whose rookie year transcended the game. And remember, even if you played pro ball in another country or league, you're still considered a rookie your first year in the majors. This was a really tough category. The only man to ever hit 400 in his rookie season is not one of the top 9. The guy who stole more than 100 bases in his first campaign is not on the list. And neither is the player who set the rookie record for home runs.
Mark McGwire with his Major League rookie record, 39 home runs.
Don't believe it? Well, that's what makes Prime 9 so much fun. So let's get it on with the greatest rookie seasons of all time, starting with number 9 on Prime 9.
You know, people forget about Mike Piazza. He was an afterthought. The best thing about him when he came in Major League Baseball was his godfather was named Tommy Lasorda. Matter of fact, that's how he got on the team.
Mike Piazza, the catcher from Albuquerque, getting his first trip to the plate.
The Dodgers drafted him as a favor by Lasorda to his friend.
He was a 62nd round pick. Thanks to an offer by the Godfather, the Dodgers couldn't refuse.
I said, how about if I brought a catcher in here and he hit the ball like that? Would you want to go see him play or would you try to sign him now? Oh, if he was a catcher, I'd try to sign him now. I said, then sign him. He's a catcher. He said, he's not a catcher. He's a first baseman. I said, he's a catcher now. Sign him.
To look back and realize that there haven't been too many low rounds, especially past the 20s and 30s that have played in the major leagues, and I'm extremely proud to be one of those few guys.
Mike quickly shed his late round label.
Hit pretty well, and this ball is gone.
Becoming just the 4th National League rookie catcher to make the All-Star team. And by now, he was gaining a reputation as one of the game's most dangerous hitters.
Oh, did he hit that thing?
There's one sign that Mike Piazza you never wanted to see as a pitcher. When he would swing and his head would go straight down, almost as if he's looking at the barrel of the bat, you knew the ball was leaving the ballpark.
Piazza has hit another.
Even as a rookie, he seemed to be very polished and very confident in what it was that he was trying to do.
Just a sensational rookie year by Mike Piazza.
His numbers for a catcher were phenomenal. For a rookie catcher, they were off the charts.
All of a sudden, this rookie hits 35 homers, knocks in 112 runs, and bats .318.
Another home run for Mike Piazza.
Now, not many rookies have a season in which they hit 30 homers, have 100 RBIs, and bat over 300.
Not only does he hit well, but hit with power, and he played every day, played a decent catcher.
There goes the runner, and there's a perfect throw. He is out.
This was a guy you could say, you know, he's got a potential to be the next Johnny Bench if he sticks around a little bit.
Well, Mike did stick around long enough to have some high praise cast his way.
He'll be remembered as one of the greatest offensive catchers, if not the greatest catcher to swing a bat ever.
In 1983, the Mets were sick, losing 26 more games than they won. But then they called up a doctor. And in '84, 19-year-old Doc Gooden fixed them right up.
Got him swinging. So Dwight Gooden leading the bigs in strikeouts.
One thing that kept going through your mind when you saw Dwight Gooden is this guy really 19?
And he strikes him out.
19 years old, and he's throwing that hard? He's got that much command, and he's got that much poise? It was just phenomenal.
Oh, what a curveball that was.
When Doc was 19, it very much looked like men against boys. But in this case, it was a youngster who was the man, and it was grizzled major league hitters who were the boys.
And the curveball leaves him at home plate.
He had that big curveball that guys just couldn't hit.
Curveball gets Mumphrey.
He has an electric fastball, got a dynamite breaking ball, and he got excellent control, and he's just a little on the mean side, which equals a great pitcher.
Number 16, Wide Gooden.
Gooden made history halfway through the year when he became the youngest player ever picked for the All-Star team.
And Gooden strikes out the side.
Doc mowed down the Stars, and his star shone even brighter in New York.
To see a kid take the mound with the level of electricity in the ballpark, we all thought we were going to see a no-hitter. There is no question that he would win. We wanted to be there in case the incredible happened.
There it is.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be broadcasting the Mets games when Dwight Gooden set the all-time strikeout record for rookie pitchers.
The record. Dwight Gooden has set a new Major League record for strikeouts by a rookie pitcher. And you have just witnessed a striking event.
Number 7.
I'm Joe DiMaggio, and I reported to the New York Yankees in 1936.
But he didn't just slip into town. Joe had some impressive credentials, including a record 61-game hitting streak in the Pacific Coast League.
DiMaggio's rookie season in 1936, he came in with a lot of ballyhoo. He had been a great player on the San Francisco Seals in the Pacific Coast League, and when the Yankees purchased his contract and he was going to come up to play in 1936, that fact was trumpeted.
Joe DiMaggio joined the Yankees in 1936 and was an instant star.
So this guy was a special talent from the word go. So when he broke in and did very well with the Yankees, it was no surprise.
And there it goes.
He was the perfect guy for the perfect time in the perfect town.
And though just a rookie, he fully understood the task at hand.
Everybody that came to the Yankees and put on those pinstripes knew that they had to do a job, that this was a very serious ball club.
Right from the start, Joltin' Joe personified pinstripe pride, and he soon seized the spotlight from the legendary team captain.
The new rookie, DiMaggio, very quickly became the face of the franchise.
He was recognized as the Yankee star in the time of Lou Gehrig. It was the DiMaggio Yankees, not the Lou Gehrig Yankees.
He put together a debut season for the ages, including a team record for home runs by a rookie.
He had 29 home runs, 125 RBIs, and was off to the races. It coincided with the fact that the Yankees were in the first of what turned out to be 4 consecutive World Championship teams.
And the Yankees with the coveted title, World Champion.
Joe ushered in a new dynasty with rings his first 4 years as a Yankee and 9 world titles in just 13 seasons.
While he was with the Yankees were the dominant franchise in baseball by almost a galactic difference, which is why I think he was the perfect player in the perfect time.
In 2001, at the age of 27, and after winning 7 straight batting titles in Japan, this transcendent baseball talent traveled halfway around the world to test his mettle against the very best the game had to offer, the major leagues.
Well, there was a lot of skepticism surrounding Ichiro because there had never been a position player from Japan who'd ever succeeded in U.S. baseball.
We were told that he was bigger than the emperor in Japan.
And come spring training, it did seem that way, as the crush of media overwhelmed the Seattle camp.
As we got towards the end of spring training, I think the real Ichiro stepped up and went into his rookie season, running on all cylinders.
And the game's first Japanese position player made an immediate impact with his amazing speed.
Everyone learned quickly that if you didn't get Ichiro with a clean, hard throw, no matter where it was hitting the infield, he was going to be on with an infield single.
The throw not in time.
intimidated people on the base pass because he can steal second and third at any given time.
And there he goes, and the pitch is inside, throws it to second base, and he's got it stolen.
You know, he can steal bases, incredible defense.
Ichiro going back, he's there, leaps up, and he makes the catch!
A rocket for a throwing arm, and everybody in the American League and in baseball found out early in the season what kind of arm this guy had. We're playing the Oakland A's, Terrence Long is on at first base. Ichiro's out in right field, and there's a base hit to right field. And Ichiro came up with the ball, and Terrence Long around at second. Ichiro threw a seed all the way to third base.
Beautiful, Peggy, got him!
Terrence Long turned around and looked at him as if, who in the world threw that ball?
Ichiro throws something out of Star Wars!
He also won over the fans with the most All-Star votes in 2001.
Ichiro Suzuki!
And he didn't stop there.
Ichiro to make an amazing catch!
He led the league in batting average, hits, and stolen bases, and led his team to new heights.
116 wins. That's the most wins in baseball history. And here he is, a first-time player, and he goes out there and wins a batting title. He goes out there, becomes the American League Rookie of the Year, and he goes out there and wins the American League MVP award. Not a bad first year in the major leagues.
Number 5. Fred Lynn entered his rookie season of '75 brimming with confidence, thanks to his big league sneak preview the season before.
I did come up at the end of 1974 for the old proverbial cup of coffee and got my feet wet a little bit and found out that I could hit.
He is one of the smart young hitters to come into this game in a long time.
I don't know how old he was at the time, but he seemed like a 30-year-old veteran. Sweetest swing around.
Swung slightly up on the ball. It's very natural for him.
Perfect bat control, and look at that follow through.
And tremendous power for a guy that wasn't that big.
And a drive to right field, way back, and it is gone! A grand slam home run for Fred Lynn.
For Boston fans, Lynn was a matinee idol. Young and talented, he was perfectly cast for the role.
He's about 6'1", handsome, got Hollywood looks, as they say.
From the Boston Red Sox, outfielder Fred Lynn.
But he was a great player. He played the outfield with gusto.
Fine play by Fred Lynn.
He saved the Boston Red Sox pitching staff a lot of runs.
Beyond his superb defense, Lynn became the first rookie ever to lead his league in slugging, and he even got to experience a fall classic.
1975 World Series featuring the Boston Red Sox and the Cincinnati Reds. Wow, that was quite a series, and I was a part of it.
Batting fifth, number 19, Fred Lynn.
And there's a high fly ball deep to right field. Forget it, it's gone.
I never saw anybody have a year like this kid from the opening day of the season to the last.
Lynn became the first man ever to win Rookie of the Year and League MVP honors the same year.
To be a Rookie of the Year and MVP, not too many people got that kind of numbers to do that. It was the best thing that happened to us in that year.
Our next rookie seemingly came out of nowhere. From relative obscurity in Mexico, Fernando Valenzuela emerged as the story of the '81 season. And it all began on opening day when the 20-year-old took the mound as the surprise starter.
I gave the assignment to Fernando, a young rookie. And did he pitch a good game? He pitched a great game.
Fernando Valenzuela has opened the 1981 season with a shutout.
But that was just the beginning. For Fernando kicked off his rookie year at a frenetic pace with 8 straight wins.
He's retired 12 men in a row.
He was off to a series of performances that left people wondering if he had discovered some sort of a new wonder pitch.
What I remember was throwing a screwball that no human being could hit.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Fernando had this thing where he looked up to the sky, and you never really saw his eyes.
This combination of style and success created a pop culture phenomenon. one that went beyond L.A.
Fernando Mania wasn't hype. I mean, it was really a big, big deal.
It happens in the media market with the greatest number of Hispanics, so the buzz in town was cross-cultural.
But while others elevated him to sainthood, Fernando remained firmly on the ground.
He was what he was. I mean, he was a big old kid, and he'd do kid stuff like tap you on the shoulder and turn around, and you know it was him.
Opposing hitters sure knew who it was every time he took the mound, as Fernando put together one incredible season.
Led the majors in strikeouts, led the majors in shutouts, led the majors in drawing power.
And to top off his rookie year, he led the Dodgers to the title by winning 3 postseason games.
1981, the year of Fernando Valenzuela.
In the spring of 2001, Albert Pujols came into the Cardinals camp as a 21-year-old 13th round draft pick. 6 weeks later, he was in the lineup to stay.
Well, he had a great spring, and that's why he's with the big club. That ball hammered, and we have a tie game. For his career, big league home run. It will not be nearly the last.
His lightning-quick bat soon earned him a nickname.
They call him Thunder. Because the way he hits the ball, it just explodes like thunder, you know?
He was hitting balls out to right field like a left-handed hitter.
Let's see what Albert does here. Pujols has done it again. It's a home run for Albert.
And so you just sat there in amazement, night after night.
What it reminded me of was George Brett. It seemed like he hit every ball on the nose. When he swung the bat, he hit the ball hard. And that's what Pujols reminded me of.
Discipline and strength helped Albert hit for both average and power his rookie year. Defying logic, he seemingly never went into a slump.
I think like any rookie, it kind of catches everybody by surprise because you think, oh, he's not going to keep this up.
It was an amazing period to see him go through a campaign where nobody could figure him out.
Albert Pujols with home run number 27. That leads the club.
The consistency was amazing. He came out and really showed that he was a veteran-type player.
Pujols, a high drive. Wow.
Today, Pujols is the only man ever with 30 home runs and 100 RBI in his first 8 seasons.
He's probably going to have, if he stays healthy, the key to any record books potentially within his grasp.
We now return to Prime 9, focusing on the greatest rookie seasons in baseball history. To qualify for this show, the player had to kick off his big league career with a bang. And our first 7 players did just that. Now it's time for the very best. 2 rookie seasons that, in the long history of the game, rise above the rest. We begin with number 2. Long before his name became synonymous with hitting, Ted Williams plied his craft in his hometown of San Diego. It was on this field a legend was born.
He was constantly swinging a bat in the playgrounds, in the ball fields, wherever he was. He kept swinging, perfecting that talent.
He began to blossom in the Pacific Coast League, where this hitting prodigy caught the eye of the Boston Red Sox. And in 1938, at the tender age of 19, he boarded a train with a future teammate en route to his first big league camp.
When we got down to spring training, Joe Cronin's sitting on the bench right almost where you go into the clubhouse. Joe, I says, I'd like to have you meet Ted Williams. And Joe says to Ted, well, we're real happy to have you with the club. And Ted come back with a high sport. I guess that got him a trip to the minor leagues pretty quick.
In the minors, he had just destroyed the record book. So he came up, he was ready, he knew he could do it.
The year was 1939, and Williams was determined to dominate the American League as no rookie ever had.
Even when he was a young man, he had a great idea.
They throw in where I'm swinging, and I'll be swinging, might mean the old ball game.
Ted always preached, you got to see the ball, otherwise you won't hit diddly-do.
This gangling youngster of the Boston Red Sox, Ted Williams, spins around like a top to complete the follow-through, which leaves him wound up like a corkscrew. But that's where he gets his tremendous power.
In his rookie year, he set a freshman RBI record, which still stands.
Ted drove in 145 runs and hit 31 home runs while batting .327. And that was just phase one of his plan.
A lot of Williams' success could be attributed to a vow that he made to himself. I wanted to be known as the greatest hitter that ever lived.
And as the first full century of baseball came to a close, Ted got to hear those words echoed throughout the land.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest hitter that ever lived, Ted Williams!
Ted had the greatest hitting season for a rookie, but another had the greatest impact.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rickey. I'm certainly delighted with my contract.
It's hard enough to be a rookie in the major leagues. Jackie Robinson also had the weight of an entire race on his shoulders.
To pick one black man out of the world to do what Jackie Robinson did, and probably nobody could have done it, but that's how tough Jackie Robinson was.
And they did everything imaginable to break Jackie, but he would not break.
He was expected to exemplify first-class behavior while often being treated like a second-class citizen.
He oftentimes couldn't stay in the same hotel as his teammates. He couldn't eat in the same restaurants as his teammates, yet he was expected to walk across those lines and compete.
And did he ever, leading the league in steals while leading the Dodgers to the World Series. But it was his work as an agent of social change that truly stood out.
That was the beginning of the civil rights movement. That was before Brown versus the Board of Education. That was before Sister Rosa Parks said, "I'm not gonna move in the back of the bus today." Yeah, that started the ball rolling.
What Jackie did opened the door for others.
I think it was just a wonderful thing that Jackie came along. Then we had somebody to look up to.
His pioneering effort, while just a rookie, was so profound that 50 years later he received a unique commemoration.
In honor of Jackie, Major League Baseball is taking the unprecedented step of retiring his uniform number. Number 42, from this day forward, will never again be issued by a Major League club.
Jackie was the first ever Rookie of the Year, and that honor now bears his name. For so many reasons, he had the greatest rookie season of all time.
Here's a black man playing Major League Baseball for the first time. All the people that he had to contend with who did not like him, yet this man got out there and played baseball at a high quality in his first year. That has got to be the greatest rookie season ever, and it's not even close.
Still today, Jackie's legacy lives on in many ways, including, of course, the annual Jackie Robinson Day, when players throughout the league honor him by wearing number 42.
Spirit of Jackie Robinson, dog.
Beyond all the numbers, it's doubtful that any player in history had a greater impact on the game than Jackie. That's our Prime 9. What's yours?